meeting to order. As for roll call.
Blunier.
Here.
Sorelli.
Here.
Hilliard.
Here.
Leach.
Here.
Mennel. Here. Parrott.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
No public hearings or presentations. Do we have any public comment? Anybody? Okay, no public comment. We have the consent agenda, the approval of the minutes, and the approval of the bills. Can I get a motion?
Move to approve both.
Second.
Oh, any changes, questions? If not, call the roll.
Blunier.
Yes.
Sorelli.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Parrott.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, village clerk, anything tonight?
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Village administrator.
I have one item tonight, Your Honor. It's ordinance 26-26, which is an ordinance amending the Village of Morton Personnel Policy Manual.
Can I get a motion?
Second.
The key thing in this is the first section there. It's an addition of policy for the return to work, alternate, and light duty assignments. This is mainly meant to give us an avenue for people who are injured on the job but are still able to do duties within the village, that they can come back to work on a restricted basis, and this will allow for that. In the previous, we have not had this allowance prior to this. It's to encourage employees to get back to work as soon as possible rather than staying on work comp. The remainder of it is just state law changes that required updates to the personnel policy to reflect those changes.
Any questions?
I just want to make sure, so what you're saying is we've added both light duty and alternate duty to this ordinance.
Correct.
And alternate duty, I understand light duty has to be in the area where they worked in. Alternate duty, can you explain that so that we understand what that actually means?
Pretty much to sum it up, it's if there is something within the Village of Morton that employee can do that is not in their normal line of work, it's an alternate type of task, so that's why it's called. Like currently, if you had a police officer that's injured and there's things that they could do at the police department, that's considered light duty. But if there was something at Village Hall that could be done, then that's like an alternate duty task.
Okay, so, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, so then the alternate duty one is not required by state law?
None of this is actually required, I don't believe, or is it?
No, none of it is required by state law. It's encouraged liberally by our insurance carrier.
Yes.
Okay.
The other changes, the remaining changes are the state law changes.
I guess I would prefer not having the alternate duty. I can understand the light duty if it's in the area where you're working, but it can take just as long for somebody to have to train somebody to do something. Do we actually get a positive benefit out of it? So from my perspective, I don't like the alternate duty at all.
Just with that, the way I read it is this isn't something that has to be done. So if it would be alternate duty, that would require a whole lot of training.
Right.
We would elect not to
Right.
give them
Right.
that, correct? It would be only for something that they could actually
Right. It'd be, like filing and things like that, as long as the employee is physically capable of standing to do, it would be something along those type of lines of duties that we would assign. If there wasn't anything available, then they would be put on work comp and stay home.
I read through this and I don't remember, just a question popped up. Is this, who instigates this? Is it the employee or is it the village?
I
mean, is it voluntary?
It's-
If I'm an injured police officer, do I come to you and say, I want something to do, or do you, who instigates it?
If the employee is capable of doing any task, I don't believe it's written that it would be voluntary at that point.
Yeah, the village would craft the offer, so it would be an offer that would be forthcoming from the village.
And if the injured employee prefers not to do it, he stays on work comp?
If an employee is physically capable and clear to return to work under a light duty or an alternate duty assignment, and they are offered or ordered by their superior to
Okay.
accept it and they decline, then there could be disciplinary consequence for that.
So it's not voluntary, okay. Thank you.
It's-
I get it.
Yeah, it's the village's discretion, not the employee's.
I think that first part sort of describes with the, the restrictions of the treated positions. So
Correct.
it sort of lays out what they would or would not be able to do. I'm reading that correctly.
Correct.
Can I speak for a second? So I think trustee Leach had a question about, the ability to train people and get something out of them. We have a police officer that is actually on light duty, and it actually served to be mutually beneficial for us, because what happened was he injured himself during the course of a 10-week training that we were sending him to, and we desired to keep him in the training because the village had already paid quite a substantial amount of money for the training, and we have other supervisors that are going to come after him that need to go through this training also. So we want him to stay in the training. He wanted to stay in the training, and I had spoken to Julie about this, and so he was able to stay in his training, which is 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off. So the 2 weeks off, he's not physically able to do his duties as a police officer, but what we were able to do, we're backed up on Freedom of Information Act requests because of, largely because of body camera footage. So he was able to take that train online during one work period, and then he's assisting our records department now in filling these Freedom of Information requests. So we viewed it as being beneficial to both of us, and he obviously desires to come back to work as quick as he can. But he's been able to help us do that. And he's also been able to help us with expungements and sealing of records too, which all the police officers are already aware of that law. It's just a function of our records department normally, but he was able to basically slide right in and help them do that also.
And that's on light duty?
Yes.
Okay. And I have no problem with the light duty myself.
Any further questions, comments? If not, call the roll.
Surley.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
No.
Mennel.
Yes.
Parrot.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, Chief of Police,
Nothing tonight.
Corporation Counsel.
One item tonight, Your Honor, that is an ordinance authorizing the purchase of 12 East Jackson Street under the terms of an amended contract.
Any motion?
I move to approve.
Second.
Briefly, you previously authorized the purchase of this property under the terms of a contract that had been negotiated with the Bank of Pontiac. After your approval and continued discussions with the Bank of Pontiac, I was able to negotiate a elimination of a clause that provided liability for the village to reimburse for some of the environmental cleanup costs. So the bank was agreeable, and it's a positive change for the village. So I recommend approval of it. So this new contract extinguishes that language altogether from the terms of the contract. Otherwise, in all other aspects, it's consistent with the terms of the contract you previously approved.
I'll just make a comment. This has been going on for a long, long time, and I'm very excited to finally have it come to fruition.
Me as well.
Good work. Thank you. Any other comments, questions? If not, call the roll.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Parrot.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes.
Surley.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Director of Fire Emergency Services.
Nothing tonight, Your
Director of Public Works, which you lead.
First item tonight is an ordinance 26-24, which is an ordinance making amendments to section 8-2-4 of the Morton Municipal Code regarding fees for service line installation.
Thank you. The motion?
Move to approve?
Second.
This ordinance is to update the village fees that are charged on gas installation to match pretty much what it costs us. We don't make a profit on this, we just try to recoup the costs that we have to put out.
I know the meters and supplies continue to get more and more and more expensive, and
Yes.
that's good.
And labor cost increase, everything's going up.
Any other comments, questions? If not, call the roll.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Parrot.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes.
Cirilli.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next item is Resolution 29-26, which is a motor fuel tax resolution for the seal coating and fog coating program for this summer.
Any a motion?
So moved.
Second.
That's the extent of
Yeah.
that. There is a map included in it, that shows the areas that will be done and what will be done to those.
All right, any comments, questions? Not, call the roll.
Mennel.
Yes.
Parrot.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes.
Cirilli.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next item is Resolution 30-26, which is a resolution authorizing an agreement with R&R Services of Illinois Incorporated for landscape waste program.
Can we get a motion?
Moved approved.
Second.
R&R Services is the company that does the grinding of all the landscape waste and creates mulch and other items from it, I guess. They just had proposed an increase in their cost of 3%. Current year, we paid a total of $42,752.40. They're proposing for 26 and 27 that amount goes up to $44,034.97.
It's a reasonable ad, it's a great program. I
It
think
is.
It definitely gets used. I know in the fall, it's a packed house out there.
And they're really good to work with. You know, they have had issues in the past when people put things in there that they're not supposed to, and, you know, it can really ruin their grinding equipment, so they've been really good to work with.
Any other comments, questions?
I'd just say Craig sent some information on this. We've been working with them for decades.
Yeah.
It's a 3% increase and held steady for over 3 years, so I see no issues with it at all.
Call the roll.
Parrot.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes.
Cirilli.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Next item is Resolution 31-26, which is a resolution authorizing agreement with Keach Architectural Design Incorporated for design and construction services for the Queenwood Fire Station.
Can I get a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
That's pretty much what I know. As you can see in the agreement, it's outlined the delivery dates of whatever pieces of the plans that they need to do, and sets forth the cost, and the fire chief may have more to say about it than I do.
This is really, according to Beach and talking with Craig, bringing in the engineers for the next step of the design process. We've got a preliminary design down. Now we're just trying to finalize that over the next few weeks and bring in the engineers to start looking at the structural portion and the requirements for the actual building itself.
Making the pretty pictures work.
What's that?
Making the pretty pictures work.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
From my communication with Craig, and to clarify, the agreement runs through the totality of construction. Assuming the village goes forward, this doesn't obligate construction. I know Craig anticipates, as professional services develop, coming forward with a comprehensive budget for the project, or at least estimated cost figures, pre-bid, and getting authorization to bid it. So this will just move that ball forward on professional services.
This is coming on pretty fast with bid opening May 13th, so.
No further questions? Call the roll.
Blunier.
Yes.
Cirilli.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Parrot.
Yes.
Motion passes.
And the last item on Craig's agenda for this evening is probably the second most favorite program that goes on in the village, is GFL's bulky item pickup dates will be May 4th through the 8th on your garbage day of this year, 2026.
Zoning and code enforcement.
Just one item tonight, Your Honor. It is just these two permit type reports for the end of Q3 of FY '26, as well as the year-to-date totals for all the permits through the office for the year so far. Any questions, I'm here to take them. Otherwise, it's sort of my end of the quarter sort of summary for you guys.
Can I get a motion? I guess not a motion. We don't need a motion for this.
Thank you, Zach.
Thank you for putting this
thank you,
together.
Zach.
I appreciate it. It's interesting to see where all the permits are going. Thank you. Any other comments or anything from trustees?
I, just after the last snowstorm, and it was cold, I had to go out that next morning, and it was like it never happened. The streets were clear, and it was like amazing, the efforts of the street department. I just thought it was job well done. So, thanks to everybody that was included in that.
All right. Nothing further. Can I get a motion for adjournment?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.